record?
I'm recording too. I got my Destructoid business cards in. I forgot to mention.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I put it on Instagram. They're neat.
Oh, I think I follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, you do.
I don't remember. I, use Instagram as a way to, upload things to multiple accounts. That's barely even my thing.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, it's kind of oh.
People at my school like it, though. That's why I have it. It's not really my jam, usually.
Yeah, Instagram is so weird. I don't know.
So many people use it to, just post the worst garbage.
Yeah.
Especially in Buffalo. I mean, holy shit. Everyone takes the same selfie.
Really?
Everyone. Oh, yeah. All the guys, they pulled their shirts up a little bit, and they got the snapback and the hair that they still have from middle school. Uh-huh. And, the humidity's fucking with it. And then all the girls are, just at, a... What's the angle? 80-degree angle, and then they all have, the same expression. They all have the same expression, but they have different styles between the men and the women of Buffalo, New York.
That's scary.
Yeah. No, it's terrible here. I hate everyone my age in this town. It's garbage. Kill me.
Yeah, my thing with the people in my town is most of them are just really, 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 really into drugs. Man, it's not something that I want anyone doing around me, but you can smoke some weed, whatever you want to do. But it's if you're starting to pop pills, you got a problem. You don't need that E. You don't need that extra loud. You don't need that shit.
There was a rumor going around my school, which does have a bit of a drug problem, that the incident involving an assault and me needing to leave my room was partially motivated by that white powder.
That white powder?
That white powder.
That ain't the good shit. Get out of here.
No, it's not.
I don't want to hear about this.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Drug Choo Choo. I'm your host, Blazin420 Casamano. And with me tonight, I got Molly Michonski.
I'm sweating already, you know.
John, how's it going? We got big shit happening in a couple weeks. In a week,
yeah,
basically.
It's happening. It's coming up strong.
A week and some change.
Yeah.
I have 2 different kinds of business cards on my desk. That's how crazy it is. It's real.
I have my Mewtwo on my desk. Love that Mewtwo.
I ordered camera equipment, minutes ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I got us a microphone, I got lighting. I got hella AA batteries for the lighting. It's real. We're gonna shoot our fucking ridiculous videos there.
I'm super excited.
Might go to some parties.
I really am.
I'm still waiting on party invites, so we'll see. But, we'll find something to do while we're in E3.
God, yeah, we're gonna go to a party? That's crazy.
Yeah. It's nuts.
I've never been to a party. The closest thing that I've ever been to a party was, I guess I've been to, New Year's parties at someone's house. So
Sure.
Yeah, but never...
But not an E3 party.
Never something as extravagant as an E3 party. I'm highly frightened.
John, this entire thing has me highly frightened.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be, for the first night, and maybe nights subsequent, we're still kind of working this out. But, the first night, we got a pretty nice hotel.
Alright.
For us to just destroy and ruin.
We're not gonna do that. We're gonna treat that place right. We're gonna treat everyone
It's
right.
literally right next to the convention center.
We're gonna be in the same room as Reggie. That we're rooming up with Reggie
Yep.
Fils-Aimé. Every night, I'm going to tuck him into bed, and I'm gonna kiss him right on the forehead, and I'm gonna say, "Shh, where's?"
And then he'll just say, "Play the game."
Where the fuck is F-Zero? You bastard!
And that's when you take the pillow and you put it over his face.
No, because then he won't be able to. They won't be able to make new F-Zero because they're gonna.
But what if, John? Hypothetically, what if?
It was all Reggie's fault?
What's his face? Sakurai.
Okay.
What if Sakurai was the one thing standing between us and a new F-Zero? Would you kill him? No?
No, because he could
right.
just...
So Sakurai is safe.
Yeah. He could make a new Smash Bros. Again later. I don't care.
So those are your priorities? Smash Bros. Then F-Zero?
Smash Bros. Before anything.
Goddamn, John.
Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Before life.
Yeah, Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Is your new waifu.
Alright. Smash Bros.
Damn.
Before my next breath.
I fucking cracked the code.
No, don't live the waifu life. Remember. Ain't about that life anymore. It's the good shit. That's not the good shit.
So yeah, if you're gonna be at E3 and you want to hang out or you want to do something, get in touch.
Yeah, call me up. I posted like 9 times on Twitter that people should hang out with me, and nobody said anything, so I'm very upset about that.
Do some direct messages.
Yeah, maybe if I was following people.
Yeah, so like, Mike at videogamechoochoo.com, John at videogamechoochoo.com, you know, that's where our emails are. We're piggybacking off some appointments.
Yeah, we're figuring shit out.
Crazy.
We're getting there.
Mm-hmm. At the very least, we're going to be on the floor doing some stuff. Well, John will be mostly on the floor. I'm going to be in the war room editing video. But John will be out, like, on the streets.
Yeah, I'm going to be meeting...
hitting the pavement.
I'm gonna be mingling and wheeling and dealing, styling and profiling. Woo! All that shit.
He's going to be handing out pamphlets to say the waifu life
is
not
good. Not good, yeah.
Don't do it.
I'm just going to be hanging out outside of the Atlas and NIS booth, because
Junko is junk.
Exactly. Right outside the Atlas and NIS booth, because that's the highest concentration, obviously.
Just like grab David from NIS America by the shoulders and say, "What did you do?
What did you do to me?
This is what I'm known for." The Michonski curse.
This is my struggle.
Oh my god. So John, Michonski.
Yeah.
You play any video games?
Yes.
Capital V, capital G, little TM at the top?
Video game. I play a little game. Yeah, I played the new episode of The Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you get anything in an email, maybe? From some people? Got a code for something?
Yes, I did. But guess what? I can't play it yet.
God damn it.
I didn't play it
I've been
yet.
foiled.
I don't have my Vita. I got a code from NIS, as previously mentioned. Good old David. Thanks a bunch. I'm calling you out again. Listen, I want to play this game.
The highest score we've ever given one of those games is 4 stars.
That's fine. Dude, that's fine.
We are so far away from corruption, it's the best.
Like, I don't know, I try to be as open as possible about all this stuff. Like, I
don't think we need to worry.
Yeah, I don't think we need to worry at all, cause...
after, like, the fucking Witch in the 100 Night review, we don't need to worry about that, ever.
I think we're good. Anyway.
We're safe.
No, yeah, I got a review code for, Hyperdimension Neptunia, Perfect something. I'm not really sure. But it's an idol-raising game starring the girls from Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Wait. Racing?
Not racing, idol-raising.
Okay, let's...
Not racing.
Let's back it up. Alright, take a couple steps back. Raising.
Yes. Okay.
What?
Alright, it's...
So you is it like a farm for waifus?
Alright, no, you know what?
I'm
kind of using that term in a weird way. It's more like, okay.
Old MacDonald had a junk, C-I-E-I-O.
And on that farm there was some shame. Anyway, no, it's just, like, if you've ever heard of, like, a princess raising game or something, where what it is you're, like, the manager, or, like, in princess raising games you're often, like, the father, or just a, like, father-esque figure of a girl, and you have her do specific tasks to raise their level in whatever stuff. So, for example, like, if it was an idol game, you'd have her practice singing, so that way she was better at singing. You'd have her practice, like, her poise, so that way she'd be better at dancing. And just stuff like that. And then as you practice, some story events happen, and then depending on what you specialize in, the story goes in different ways, and it's depending on which girl you choose as well. So, just, like, picking what character you're going to be evolving and having them express themselves in the way that you see fit.
This is literally the objectification of women.
It most certainly is. It's
Holy fuck.
Really crazy. It's... I don't know, like, if you're really gonna get down to it, it's not really the problem of the game, and it's more just, like, the problem of idol culture in Asia, because there's a lot of issues with that.
But, like, let's now just not discount the role the game has in
most
it.
certainly not. It's still very much a, let's have these girls do what you want thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, there are some games in the genre that handle it well, like, Long Live the Queen, which is a game on Steam. It's, like, you do play the role of someone who is helping out a little princess, but her role is a lot more free, and it's more just you helping her cope with the loss of her mother and helping her become the leader of the kingdom, instead of just, let's dress her up in pretty outfits.
Huh.
Like, there are some interesting ways to do this game, but 90% of the time it's just, let's make them dance.
John, what would you say if I took this Footloose poster and mailed it to you?
I wouldn't know what to say.
I just noticed I have this Footloose poster in my room that I am not going to do anything with.
I also have a poster in my room that I'm not going to do anything with, but I think it one-ups what you have.
Mine's the Footloose remake, though, not even the original.
Mike, I have a Duke Nukem Forever poster.
Oh my god, burn that!
No.
Fucking destroy it.
No.
Holy balls. Like, how big is it? Like, poster size?
I wouldn't be able to tell you specifically. But yeah, it's poster size.
Like, would it fit in one of those, like, movie theater poster things?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, I have it in one.
What the fuck? John, why do you have that continuously? Why do you continue to own it?
That's a good question. A friend of mine a couple of years ago sent it to me because he had a bunch of GameStop points, and he was just like, I'm gonna get this for you. And I was like, alright. And so he sent it to me, and I've had it ever since, because I've wanted to make a video of me burning it, but then at the same time, it just kind of has sentimental value, and I also kind of want to hang it up just to have something as stupid as that hanging up in my room. But at the same time, and I know multiple people have pointed this out, that the front of that game looks like the front cover of a gay porn. And, you know, not to say that, like, not to bash gay porn for those who enjoy it, but I don't.
You're not about that life.
And that's not something that I wish to falsely advertise to the world, you know?
Well, I feel like if someone gets inside your room and that person is a woman and you're gonna have sex with her, then, like, I feel like you're a discerning enough man to the point where, like, if a woman came into your room and saw what looked like a gay porn poster, that would not be that much of an issue.
Look, well, alright, let me put it this way. I'm trying to find a good way to say this. I don't know, basically any girls that would enter my room, probably instead of just saying or thinking that, would probably just be like, Jesus, why do you have a fucking poster of that in your room? John,
yeah, that is true.
Take this down?
Like, again, knowing the women that you are attracted to, they would know what Duke Nukem Forever is. And I think that's worse by, like, a wide margin.
And then she'd just be disappointed in me, just like she always is.
And then you wouldn't get your Pringles kissed.
Nah, that's not my top priority.
John, are you still friends with this person?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, then it'll be harder to burn it. Okay, so I need you to, like, get in a horrible fight with this person and disown them, and then burn the poster and then make up.
Nah.
You're making everything so difficult, John.
I'd rather just have this poster in the room just in case I need it for something.
What would you possibly need it for?
I don't know. Maybe some sort of, like, otherworldly trade.
Like, a mummy comes in, and he wants that Duke Nukem Forever poster. What do you say?
Kill the mummy. There you go. I'm not gonna fucking barter with a mummy, asshole. No.
Have we gone over your mummy thing on this podcast?
Of course we have, multiple times!
Are you positive?
Yes!
Alright.
Yes, you learned of the mummy thing on this podcast. I think I first brought the mummy thing up on one of the, guest month things that we did.
You're right! That was the Ben Prunty episode.
Exactly. I first brought it up to Ben Prunty, and you guys flipped a shit. Because
it was really fucking funny.
Because it was good.
By the way, we're booking for guest month. Get in touch.
Yeah, we are.
I've sent out some emails to people, but we still got a couple spaces open.
Alright, good. Good,
John,
good.
Let's hear about The Wolf Among Us. Don't spoil it for me. I haven't played it. I've been kind of reviewing 2 other games.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm going to keep this very light. This episode feels this episode is very much second to last episode. Just 100%. Nothing of any real interest happens. Story-wise. Like, there are some interesting characters that they introduce, and there are a couple of interesting things that happen with them. But overall, nothing really moves on. Everything kind of stays the same. You're just kind of like, oh man, shit's gonna go down at the end of this. And I'm excited for that. But if they completely cut this episode out of the story, nothing would change.
Huh, alright. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it's... Like I said, it's not anything bad, but it's not anything really worth giving a crap about. Like I said, there is a fight scene in this episode that is the best fight scene I have interacted with in any Telltale game yet.
Okay.
It's super fun. So but like I said, any story stuff they could have just skipped. Like there's some investigation stuff, but it doesn't really tell you anything new. Like except for one thing. But they could have tacked that onto the front of the 5th episode, and that would have been fine. Like, if they just erased this episode from existence and there were only 4 episodes, they could have just tacked that information onto, like, the front of that episode, and that would have been fine. Yeah, no, it's just not really anything super great. Some of the characters are a little wishy-washy, like... Snow White is kind of weird in what she's trying to do. Like, it kind of makes sense what she wants to do, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, why do we have to talk about this now, of all times?
Sure.
Like, when you play the game, you're going to be asking yourself, like, why is she bringing this up? Why can't we just solve the murder instead of just fixing this later? Like, this is something we really don't have to give a shit about right now. And she's, like, yelling at you about it. It's so weird.
How would you compare this to the 4th episode of Walking Dead Season 1? I'm trying to just, like, get an idea for it without you, like, having to spoil anything.
Episode 4 of Season 1, important stuff definitely happened.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like, I don't think we had to skip, like, there were important things in Episode 4. Like, we did a lot of interesting stuff in that episode.
Alright. I'm just trying to, like, get a feel for where it is in terms of, like, penultimate episodes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not really great.
God, that's a real fucking shame.
But like I said, it's just...
Maybe the whole of this game will be better than playing it piecemeal.
Oh, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, once if I played this all at once, if Episode 5 is out and I played this all at once, the 4th episode wouldn't have bothered me, because it would have just felt like... it would have just felt like, okay, here's some lead up to Episode 5. Because that's all this is, it's just a big bunch of lead up to Episode 5. It's like an hour of just build up, but now we have to wait.
Alright, so then here's my idea. In terms of, like, review coverage for this, I think I'm gonna, like, keep reviewing these, but then it might be, like, a good idea to play the whole thing from scratch in one go once it's all out. See how that plays.
I don't know, that might be interesting, but... Like I said, this is just...
It's a weird problem to have, because I really want to like it. I'm trying to find the way to like it.
Episodic gaming is just such a strange issue, because it's like...
Yeah,
on the
whole... It worked once really well, and now, I don't know if it's going to keep working.
Like, on the whole, the story is good, but, like, there's weak episodes, and episodes where things aren't really doing anything spectacular, but on the whole, it's a little useful to have those episodes, like...
And then there's, like, months in between them.
Exactly, yeah.
So, like, you can't wash the bad taste out of your mouth right away.
Like I said, it's not really a bad taste. It's just, like, nothing. Like, this episode was, like... Okay, it's like the first 3 episodes were eating a really good meal, and then the 4th episode is just drinking some water, and then the 5th episode's gonna be the dessert. Like, that's pretty much how I feel right now. Like, the 4th episode was just kind of washing down what was happening so far and getting ready for the end.
Alright. Well, I look forward to it either way, because I'm all in on that game, so we'll see.
Oh, 100%. Like, I really like The Wolf Among Us. Like, it depends on what day you ask me, but, like, I switch back and forth from saying that Wolf Among Us is better or a little bit not as better than Walking Dead Season 1. I like both of those games a lot, but I really like Wolf Among Us.
That's high praise.
Yeah, I really like that.
I don't know that I would say that. But that's high praise.
That is 100% my opinion. That is 100% me saying that. I don't want to... I think...
Are you implying that's really my opinion, John?
Oh,
Putting
no,
words in my mouth? John Michonski?
No, I'm just saying that that's not really something that I would, like, fight for on, like, a Game of the Year list or anything.
Yeah. Thankfully, you don't have to.
Yeah. I'm just saying that it's... Like, I'm just more interested in the characters and the world of The Wolf Among Us. I feel like Like, I'm just kind of so sick of zombies that even though Walking Dead is such a great story, I just like the fact that there's a story right here about fairy tale creatures and it's all noir and all that stuff. Bigby's such a great character. Like, I really love Bigby. So, like, that compared to a zombie story, another zombie story, it just kind of edges out a little bit for me.
Sure, I can understand that. Mm-hmm. And then, how does it all stack up to the new Walking Dead season?
I still have a lot of issues with Walking Dead Season 2.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
What a bummer.
I don't know. It's not... It's like... Okay. I don't know. I want to see how it all plays out, because the third episode of Season 2 really got to me, but episodes 1 and 2 were just so...
See, I really liked episode 1, but like 2 and 3 I'm just not as hot on.
3, I was just really into them having such a piece of shit villain, and there was a scene at the end of that episode that I'm not going to spoil, but that scene, I got a little too much enjoyment out of that, just because I was like, I don't know, I'm the kind of person who's just like, if you're an irreversible scumbag, I want to see you out of here. And having that scene happen where I was just like, there we go, we got it. That's what we needed. So, and
then, like, John's not lying. He has we've had conversations about me holding him back if we see certain people at E3. Like, this is a trait deeply ingrained in John Michonski.
I have a really strong sense of justice, so I feel like if
John is a social justice warrior.
I am, but no, like, it just, like, not, like, seeing bad people get away with shit really gets under my skin, so, like, if there's a story and it like, has a villain getting their comeuppance, I feel really great about that, so.
Yeah, John, it almost makes you want to be a vigilante, does it?
Mike, are you trying to segue into talking about Watch Dogs, you fuck?
I might be trying to segue into talking about Watch Dogs, me fuck. Have you played anything else, John?
Like I said, it's because I don't have my Vita. I haven't really been messing around with anything on that. Did I play some... I don't think I played any JoJo.
Finally.
Yeah, I know, right? No, I definitely played a little bit of JoJo. I always play a little bit of JoJo. Oh,
I have a feeling we're going to see that game on John Michonski's end of the year list.
Yeah.
Just a guess.
Yeah, maybe. But that's going to be a personal thing, and that's going to be one of those... I think All-Star Battle is going to be this year's dive kick, where it's going to be that game where I love to death, but I am not going to defend it at all.
Yeah, I haven't played JoJo. I can't say one way or the other.
I don't know. Maybe I'll bring it to E3.
That would actually be cool.
All right, there you go. We could play that if we even have a second.
Yeah, we got Friday though. That's why I got us that extra day so we can just relax and chill.
All right.
Because E3 is going to be nuts.
It will be. But no, I did remember another thing. Last night I stayed up until like 4 a.m. and beat Uncharted 2.
Oh yeah, I remember you were playing that.
Yeah.
And I hear you were kind of cooling on it by the end.
I don't know. It's not really that I think it's bad. I'm just saying that.
No.
I don't know.
I don't get the hype.
It's more just like I'm just kind of. I guess it was just because I played Uncharted 1 and then like jumped immediately to Uncharted 2. And I mean there was a big point of time where I didn't play it, but then like I just hopped back on and it just still kind of filled me with this like, yeah, it's still just Uncharted. I don't know, I'm gonna play Uncharted 3 and I might just try to blow through that really quick before we leave so I can sell those games, but I don't know. It's a good series and I really like Nathan Drake a lot. Like as a character.
Yeah, he's fun.
And the platforming is really fun, but it's just the gunplay. The gunplay isn't bad. It's just not. It's not something that I really enjoy as much as the platforming and the actual cutscenes. It's just like Uncharted is me going like, okay, when's the next part where I'm gonna have to jump around? When's the next part where the characters are gonna talk? Because that's what I'm here for. I'm not actually really here for the gunplay.
It's not very satisfying.
Yeah, it's not great. Like, I don't know, there's some, like, bigger weapons, but they don't really reward you for using them, and you have to, like, run through the entire game to get, like, cool weapons and shit like that. I don't know. It makes me kind of wish that there was, like, cheat codes or something, because that game would be super fun if there was, like, God mode or something.
There are, if I recall correctly.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to buy them.
Oh, yeah. Like,
you have to beat the game first.
Yeah. Like, I wish there was, like, unlockable stuff right out of the gate.
Yeah.
But, is that it, John?
That's about it.
Well, then, good. Speaking of unsatisfying gunplay, second segue of the night.
Into the same game, no less.
Yeah, I've been playing Watch Dogs. That hot new game from, wait, did I talk about Wolfenstein last week?
I don't remember.
I finished Wolfenstein in the intervening period between us recording that episode and this episode. And you can read my review on the site right now. Wolfenstein. Yeah, I've played the Watch Dogs, even though, like, I have other games that need reviewing. I've been just sticking with that, and I really dig it so far.
Really?
I know a lot of people have taken umbrage with the story stuff. Like, it's not particularly interesting. And they do have a tendency to, lean pretty heavily on the damsel in distress thing. And that's just, like, old and tired by this point. It's not even, like, I don't know. I don't get angry about that as much as I do anymore. Come on, guys. It's fucking 2014. You don't need to have this in here.
Yeah, it's...
Although it is a little bit understandable considering where this game started. Like,
I don't
years
know.
ago.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that if a Watch Dogs 2 comes out, we will not have this same problem.
Yeah,
Hopefully?
I really hope so. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's just me and my white boy privilege talking, but when I see something like the damsel in distress or something like that, I don't really get angry anymore. I just get so bored. Like, it's so boring. I don't want to see it anymore. It's not something.
And this is, like, absolutely our privilege talking.
Absolutely, but, like, I feel like that's kind of a good way for, like, us to tackle that.
Sure.
In a sense where it's just kind of like, it's not something for us to get offended at because it's not something that's actively attacking us. So, like, yeah, go ahead and get angry if that's affecting you. But, like, for me, it's just like, oh, come on. You could be doing so many more interesting things. Like, what are you doing? It's so boring. Like, do something with these characters other than just having them die or, like,
yeah.
Like...
And, like, Watch Dogs does have a pretty good female character. I'm worried about what's going to happen to her. But right now, she's got some agency. She's doing pretty cool things. So that's not too bad so far. The hacker lady that you team up with.
The lady that kind of looks like the girl with the dragon tattoo?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm perpetually worried about what they're going to do with her. But, like, if the game ends and she's still cool, then awesome. Good on Watch Dogs for that. But for the time being, it's just kind of an iffy story. Nothing particularly terrible about it. I've enjoyed some of the side characters. And the main character is not quite as bland as everyone's making him out to be. He's not very exciting. But there's just something in his delivery I don't mind all that much. But my main problem with Watch Dogs is that it's really close to being something that I would genuinely enjoy. Like, just a couple tweaks to the story stuff, and, like, they could have something really cool. Yeah. It feels like Arrow in a lot of ways. And I mean that in a nice way, because I've liked what I've seen of Arrow so far. Watch Dogs and Arrow both feel like 90s TV shows that resurfaced in the modern age, and people are like, they hold up. Nothing particularly new or groundbreaking, but they do what they do kind of okay. I think Arrow's a little better than Watch Dogs. But, like, Watch Dogs feels like a reimagining of a DC property on the CW. Mm-hmm. Like, right down to the Vigilante, which is what they call Green Arrow in that show, and Aiden Pierce in Watch Dogs. The dumb mask, the growly voice, their secret lair. And Watch Dogs, they have this moment where they can totally go full Batman Begins with it, and he gets into the secret lair, and they're turning it on, and you could have, like, this cool music as everything, like, breathes to life, and you got this awesome cyberpunk lair, but no, just a few, like, monitors flick on and nothing really happens. I feel like that game misses just a lot of really cool opportunities to, at the very least, go whole hog with its own premise.
Yeah.
But I do think there is something kind of endearing about it. It's like, it's Occupy Wall Street, hacker, vigilante, bring in power to the people, take down the man, but we got an edgy side. I think there's something kind of endearing about that. Like, it's not, I don't think it's good, but, like, I want to, like, tussle its hair, you know? It's not something that you should actually care about, though. Like, if you like if game stories are the reason you go to games, Watch Dogs will not satisfy you. Just full stop.
Yeah.
The reason I enjoy Watch Dogs so much is because I have a great love for open world. I have a deep, almost erotic fixation with emergent gameplay. As I have said multiple times on this podcast before, I like it when the game just hands me a bunch of toys and says, here, go have fun. That's why Gunpoint was pretty much it was my game of the year. It was probably one of the most fun experiences I've ever had, like, doing this game enthusiast critic thing. I like it when you get to mess around with stuff. And Watch Dogs doesn't give you quite as much freedom with its hacking mechanic, but it does let you mess around with the world in some pretty fun ways. Like, I enjoy being able to just fuck with cars during car chases. That's an added wrinkle to that open world crime game stereotype. I feel like that's just a lot of what Watch Dogs does, is add upon this genre that may be tired for some people, but for a guy that only played a little bit of Grand Theft Auto 4 and got into the Saints Row series when it was getting crazy, and stuff has never really been very tired for me. So I missed your Mafias, your Scarface, The World Is Yours, your Godfathers. I skipped all that and basically went straight to this. So again, if you played Scarface, The World Is Yours, you might not get a lot out of this. You might not get a lot of that out of this if you play a lot of Grand Theft Autos. Because you've probably done a lot of these things before, and the only new wrinkle is this hacking that allows you to mess with the world sometimes. I do like the, I don't know what's the right term for it. It's not really emergent or like randomized, but like sometimes crimes will pop up, occasionally in the same location, and you gotta go stop the crimes. And I do like just going through a crowd of people, profiling them, trying to see who's gonna commit the crime, and then stopping them. No, sorry, burpee. Stopping them before they do that. I like the profiling thing. I try and keep the phone out whenever I can, just so I can like read all the text about people. And the combat's alright. It's not fantastic. I have a tendency to just like pop dudes in the head with my pistol.
Yeah, you take way too much joy into that.
Yeah, God, I'm so sorry. That noise is just like really funny to me. It's like someone's popping a meat balloon.
Ugh.
It's just so fucking unrealistic. I like the way the stealth works in the game. You can hide in a certain area of a map and then just use the cameras to fuck around with the guards. Like, you could hack someone's grenades and make them explode, and that's fucking great. You can like disable their reinforcements so they can't get help when you start popping. You can make just Transformers explode from the Transformer vaults.
Yeah, I wish I could do that to all your fucking Transformers.
I'd just buy more, John. Hooked on Transformers.
One day you will be penniless and I will be victorious.
I got organs I can sell. I got enough organs in here. Do you think people would buy fat?
I mean, McDonald's does.
I'll just go to McDonald's and just plop my gut on the counter and say, here, buy this.
Take it from me, I'm not using it.
Masterpiece Prowl is coming out soon. What else about Watch Dogs? It's not super far in it. I'm in Act 3 of 5, and I still want to mess around with the multiplayer that I have avoided intentionally so far. Gunplay's alright, car driving is alright. Sort of the stereotypical ways you interact with the world are alright, but I think the hacking just does just enough for me to make it a game I've been legitimately enjoying.
Alright. That doesn't sound bad.
No, I don't think it is a bad game. And I think I'm gonna do a video about this at some point, but I want to talk about like the hype machine and what it does to games like this and Titanfall. Because I think those are both, like, I haven't finished my Watch Dogs review, I haven't gotten into all this stuff yet, but like that game is, probably 4 stars from me. And like, I think it and Titanfall are about, the same level. And both those games had like crazy hype machines. And then they were kind of let down by that because no game could have lived up to that potential. So then you have these really solid games that people are shitting all over because, they got so hyped up. I think that kind of sucks. I think that's unfair. But that is the world in which we live, where these games have to make back insane amounts of money. It's rough. It's rough on the developers and it's rough on everybody. I also played Transistor the hot new gem from Supergiant Games.
That hot shit.
That hot Transistor. Reviews coming for that soon. I still gotta write it. That game is fucking great. It does kind of drag a little bit towards the end when you're just wandering around and then this guy's droning at you. Not the sword, cause like, they basically got the guy who did the narration from Bastion back to be this character in the game, that is essentially serves the same function as the narrator from Bastion.
That's good. And
he's still really good. He is still fantastic. Even more so because now he's not just like narrating, he's a character. He's allowed to emote. So he gets some really great moments. Mm-hmm. And the way his character develops with Red, the player character, is really, really good. Red can't talk, but there is just a lot of implicit dialogue there. She doesn't say much, but when she can communicate, it goes far. So the way the story is told is not totally unique, but it does leave a lot up to the player's imagination to let them kind of piece this together. So like it pretty much starts in medias res where shit's going down, and you, apart from like one small exposition dump, you can pretty much piece everything together on your own. You know, there are a couple things here and there that weren't totally understood, but I'm pretty sure I could just look that up if I needed to. Mm-hmm. It's nothing that was, that broke the story for me. And as for the gameplay itself, it's really nothing like Bastion at all. This feels like artistically a game that is very much from Supergiant, but as like mechanically, could not be any more different. It's kind of turn-based, I want to say. Not entirely. You can just go around shooting dudes with lasers, but it is to your advantage if you press a button, stop time, plan all your moves ahead, and then just execute. So basically, I press a button, I move the character up behind this guy, because time is frozen while you're doing this. Uh-huh. Perform my moves, and then press a button, and then it'll just do all those moves for me. It allows a greater level of planning, especially since Red can't take a whole lot of hits. So it's a smarter action game. It does feel like an action game in some spots, but it is definitely an action game. They still have the trials from Bastion. Those are accessible at certain points. They have limiters, which again, accessible at certain points. Those will allow you to make the game harder in exchange for more XP. And the way the game encourages you to mix up the powers, like each power is like a certain kind of attack, and then you can take powers that would be attacks and attach it to attacks that modify how those functions work. Uh-huh. So like I have a beam, like a blast weapon, and then I'll attach this other thing to it that'll cause it to bounce around when it hits a target. Mm-hmm. And then I'll attach another thing to that same thing that'll turn enemies to my side when they get hit. So I have this super high damage dealing weapon that's just converting a bunch of enemies to my side. And that can be really useful for mobs. But let's say there's just a big boss, so I want to pump every ounce of damage I have into this one blast. So I can do that if I need to. And it encourages experimentation, and I wouldn't say it leads to, like, totally emergent systems, but it definitely, it has its moments. It's fluid, you know? Yeah. A lot of fun. I recommend it to you, John, especially someone who did not enjoy the mechanical aspects of Bastion.
Yeah, I just did not like actually playing Bastion. I liked everything else about it, but I just wasn't really cool on the weapon system. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think you'll have a better time with this.
Alright, I'll look into it.
And it's still got the same, like, writing, the same music, the same art style. Not in terms of, like, the same kind of music, writing, and art style from Bastion, but, like, the same high quality.
Alright.
So if you like that stuff, you will love Transistor. It is a gorgeous game. Holy shit. Just absolutely spectacular. I played that new Walking Dead episode. We talked about that a little bit. You can read my review on the site right now. Another 4 stars. I have a feeling I'm going to be writing a lot of 4-star reviews coming up soon. Because, like, I got to review Transistor. I got to review Watchdogs. I got to review Wolf Among Us. Got to review Murdered: Soul Suspect. That's not here yet. I should get around to figuring out what that game is before it arrives. Fucking Ronan O'Connor, fedora-wearing motherfucker. One of my favorite parts of Watch Dogs is one of the bad guys, and it has a fedora, and you get to kill him. Good.
Did you knock the fedora off of his head first?
Yeah, because he got in a horrible car accident that I caused.
Beautiful.
Uh-huh. And, yeah, I think that's all I've been playing, John.
Alright.
You got any news? You got any of that hot news?
I
Fresh
got
off the press?
I got some news.
Hoo-wah.
Alright, let's run through this shit.
Yeah, let's
run through this
fucking
shit.
get
All
it
right.
over with.
Alright, so... The next game by Lucas Pope, the creator of Papers, Please, is called Return of the Obra Dinn.
It looks pretty cool.
It is pretty cool from what I'm seeing here. It is the story of a merchant ship lost at sea in 1802. And then in 1808, it suddenly reappears. You play as an insurance guy from the East India Company, who goes on the ship and tries to find the captain's log. But there's some secrets. The game is going to look like 1-bit Mac Plus games, which I don't really know what that means, but it's in black and white and it looks cool. And it's going to be a first-person exploration game, kind of like Gone Home, but it'll be different somehow. Ooh.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Yes, I am. There is also some talk of Lucas Pope bringing Papers, Please to Vita as well, which would be neat.
Alright, I don't know. That's exactly the best place for that.
I don't know. I mean, like, it's kind of just perfect on PC. I don't really know where else they would bring it, because that's kind of, like, there's no other real place to put it. I can't think of anything.
Sure, I mean, I guess if, like, that game needs support, the Vita is the place to go. Mm-hmm. It's a great game, though. And you should play it when you get a chance.
I play Papers, Please.
I mean, in general, people listening to the podcast.
Alright, yeah. Pay attention, everyone. Go play Papers, Please. Please. Play that. Please. Right. EA has officially announced Battlefield Hardline. That game got leaked a couple days ago, but now they said, alright, it's true. We're gonna make this game.
I like it when game companies do that.
We're gonna actually show it to you during our press conference on June 9th, but you know what? Here you go. We're gonna tell you it's real. Battlefield Hardline is a game where you either play as cops or robbers.
So essentially, Payday with cop.
Yeah, some people are playing the Payday guys, and other people are playing the other people on the other side who are trying to stop the Payday guys.
That sounds pretty cool.
It might be fun. It seems neat.
Yeah, and like I like Payday 2 a lot. So like, and I like Battlefield 4 a lot when it works.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if it works.
Mm-hmm. All right, next.
Oh, I shouldn't have eaten those wings.
Oh, be careful, Mike. Please be careful.
I'm trying, John.
Please be careful. Pushmo is coming to Wii U. This new version of the game is called Pushmo World. It is coming to Japan and America. I think it's launching worldwide on June 19th. But it's going to be $10, and it's going to be Pushmo. If you've ever played Pushmo, it's just going to be more of that.
Never done that.
It's a pretty interesting series. It's based around pulling and pushing blocks. It's you can pull or push them from flat to 1 space, 2 space, and then 3 spaces as far as you can go, and then you pull the blocks and climb up them to get to the top and save someone.
So, Catherine.
Yeah, but without the weird, like, transphobic part and the other just weird shit.
Okay.
Yeah, Pushmo's fun.
Great.
Some good fun. The kind of stuff that you would play with your child.
Aw, I should go get a child.
Go get one.
Dude, let's adopt a child.
No.
Why not? I can think of literally no good reason why we should not adopt a child.
I can think of every good reason why we should not adopt a child.
List 5.
Mike Casamano. Mike Casamano. Mike and Casamano.
Okay, John. List 5 good reasons why you shouldn't adopt a child.
I'd probably be fine. I just don't have a job. If I get a job, I could raise a kid.
I couldn't. I'd just like say, here's a rescue bot.
See, no. All right, so this is an interesting bit of news.
Okay.
And normally I wouldn't talk about this, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, but also kind of sad. So you are aware of Harvest Moon, correct?
No.
Okay. You don't know Harvest Moon at all? You don't even, like, the name doesn't ring a bell at all?
No.
Okay.
I've heard of it vaguely, but like...
Okay. Right. Harvest Moon is a farming game. It's like a farming RPG, kind of, like... It's what Animal Crossing kind of came out of. Animal Crossing is just, like, a much more casual version of Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon, you actually have to, like, raise crops and animals and sell them and buy stuff and run a farm. But you are also able to, like, hang out with other villagers, do tasks for them, and eventually even get married and have children. Now, this is where things get a little weird. In Japan, the games are called Bokujo Monogatari.
Is that the waifu farm, John?
In Japan, this series is one continuous series. There hasn't been any issues. But the people that normally localize the games, Natsumi, are in a very, very bad place right now financially. So instead of bringing the game over through Natsumi right now, Xseed picked up the rights to the next game, and it's not being called a Harvest Moon game, it's just going to be called Story of Seasons. It is still a Harvest Moon game. It is that game, but they just weren't able to get the name rights to Harvest Moon, so it's just called Story of Seasons. And Xseed is also... Natsumi's problem is that they're kind of still stuck in the Super Nintendo days where they need to censor a lot of things that don't really need censoring. So Xseed is probably going to bring this game over in a lot more open way that isn't just as super kiddie as it must be. They'll be a little bit more open about like the relationship aspect of things. Like in Japanese Harvest Moon, there's like references to kissing your significant other that they take out in the American releases, like stuff like that. So this translation is going to be a more faithful translation than other releases.
Okay. That's good.
I just think it's a bit interesting that it's having to switch publishers and that they weren't able to get the name rights. But yeah, it's nice that the game's coming out at all, because from what I've heard, just because of Natsumi and some other issues, like the Rune Factory series, which is kind of a spin-off of Harvest Moon, where they add more RPG elements to it, like actual like leveling and fighting monsters. Like I think that series is completely shuttered. And Harvest Moon almost got shuttered as well. So it's nice that they didn't have to completely shut down all of those games. And I'm probably going to look into Story of Seasons, because, might want to try something new on my 3DS.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a 3DS game soon. Maybe I'll play that Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem's really good. I think you'd enjoy it.
Because I might play that on the plane. Now I have like a handheld that fits in my hands.
Yeah, that's why that's why I borrowed Bravely Default from my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, don't overpack for the plane. That is a mistake I've made too many times.
I'm gonna bring my 3DS and a book.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, sorry. The Ratchet and Clank HD trilogy is coming to Vita in July.
All right.
It's the first 3 games, which are Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, and Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. All 3 of those games are coming out to Vita. I mean, they were on PS3 already in 2012, so it's taken a while for them to come over here into Vita. It's, they said July 2nd in Europe for $30, July 9th in Australia, and there's no North American release date yet, but most likely sometime in early July. In other PlayStation news, PlayStation Plus is getting a reworking. Instead of the normal way that they release games, where it's, just whatever games they feel like they should put out on whatever consoles, and there's always only one PS4 game, Sony's decided to put out 2 games for each platform, and release them all at once at the beginning of the month. So this month we are going to get Trine 2, the complete story, and Pixel Junk Shooter Ultimate on the PS4. For PS3 we're getting NBA 2K14 and Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. And on Vita we're getting Mutant Mudds Deluxe and Terraria.
Okay, I could have sworn that it was basically that's what they were doing before.
No, they were releasing a game or two every week and staggering it out.
Alright.
And also, it was only one game for PS4, and then just however many they felt like putting out on PS3 and Vita. Like there were times where they put out so many games that it was like two a week. Like they put out a Vita game and a PS3 game, and then the next week just a PS3 game. Like it wasn't really, it was all over the place. But they're also taking out a bunch of games that have been around for a while. So if you didn't get the rights to Gravity Rush or the single player for Uncharted 3 or Resogun, you need to grab those up. Other than that, yeah, just they're going to start putting all the games out all at once at the beginning of the month. So at the beginning of June, all of those games are going to be available at once.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I got all those games that are being taken down.
Yeah. It's good that you grabbed that up. And for the final bit of news, this is something that I have been saving up because this is the coolest news ever.
Let's hear it.
More information about the Smash Bros. Invitational has been released.
Hooray.
Yes. So, the list of the 16 players was released. You kind of have to be deep into Smash Bros, professional Smash Bros, to know who they are, but like some people like Liquid Ken and, you know, just people that are really, really famous in the Smash Bros community are going to be playing this. And they're really good at playing Smash Bros, so I'm actually interested to see what they're going to do. They listed the characters that are going to be available to play. Not every character is available. They said that the Villager, Bowser, DK, Fox, Greninja, Kirby, Link, Little Mac, Mario, Marth, Mega Man, Olimar, Pit, Rosalina, Samus, Sonic, Wii Fit Trainer, Zelda, and Zero Suit Samus are going to be playable. So no Sheik, no Ike. They just announced Ike. There's a couple of characters that they're not letting people play as. No, I'm not seeing. Yeah, no Luigi. It's kind of interesting and weird that they've cut a couple of characters.
Maybe Luigi is OP.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe they're changing something about him. Another thing that's interesting and is honestly kind of funny to me, up until the grand final, it's going to be 4-player free-for-all with items on. And then in the grand final, it's 1-on-1 items off. So these professional Smash Bros. Players who probably haven't played with items on in years are suddenly going to have to use items. I think that's really great. But the best news...
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, the best news is that Nintendo announced that there is going to be a GameCube controller adapter for the Wii U. There's going to be a thing you could plug into your Wii U so you can use your GameCube controllers on it.
And, like, they may as well have confirmed a new GameCube controller, because, like, they,
in the pictures where they were showing the Wii U adapter, there was a picture of a GameCube controller with a Smash Bros. Logo on it, so if they're gonna release new GameCube controllers, I could definitely use some new ones. Mine are kind of beat up.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'll buy a new GameCube controller, and I think, like, this could mean GameCube on the Virtual Console.
I would, if they said that you could use this for other games, I would be super down with that. Like, I think the best thing that they could announce at this Smash Bros. Invitational is if they said, hey, guess what? You're going to be able to play every Smash Bros. Game on one console. If they're going to put, like, GameCube games on Virtual Console and they'll put Smash 64 on there, having every Smash Bros. Game on one console, that's awesome. They should just do that. Like, I'd download Melee. Like, I own Melee already on GameCube, but if they let you download it, I would just love to have it all in one place. Like, I don't need to hook up my GameCube again. I don't need to hook up my N64 or anything to play Smash 64. All in one place. You could switch between it. It would make tournaments a lot easier. So this is really good for Smash Bros. Tournament fans. Like, I think it's crazy that at this time last year, Nintendo almost said no to Smash showing up at EVO. and now it's gotten so big that Nintendo has made a peripheral basically for professional Smash Bros. Players. Like, that's crazy.
I have to wonder if that, like, backlash might have motivated a little bit of this. Like, hey, these people really like this game, and they like to play the game like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe this is an audience we could, potentially get.
And I think the best part about this, though, is that it's showing that Nintendo is starting to listen to their fans over here, and I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping that if Nintendo's going to listen about this, they're going to listen to stuff like with the Tomodachi Life stuff. I'm hoping that if there is a Tomodachi sequel, that they will listen to what people wanted. I have a feeling that if they're going to do something like this, that this time next year, there's going to be like a new Tomodachi or a new Animal Crossing or something like that, and you're going to be able to have same-sex relationships, and I'm really excited that Nintendo's listening.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
I just want Spider-Man 2 on my Wii U. I want Spider-Man 2 to play on my Wii U so I can bring it to my college and not have to worry about a television.
Alright. I don't know why you're explicitly hoping for that, but sure.
Because Spider-Man 2 is one of the best games ever made.
You could just play that on, like, PS2, or I think there was a PC version, even.
There was a GameCube version as well.
Alright. Well, okay.
I have a GameCube, technically.
Alright.
Any other news, John?
That's all I got. Do you got anything, Mike?
Yeah, Quantum Break, 2015.
Alright.
The TV show is going to be about villains. It sounds like Remedy is going to make House of Cards. Which, fucking great.
Yeah, I have faith in Remedy. I love Alan Wake. I love that game. So I'm excited to see Quantum Break. I really am.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Alright. You want to go on to the questions, John Michonski? Any questions, John Michonski?
We got a couple of cues.
Couple Q.
Alright, on Twitter, we have a question from Tumblr user BizarreJelly5. Good old Rose sending us in some questions. She asks, do you think we'll ever get another Hamtaro game?
No, but I hope we get another Hamtaro anime.
If we get another Hamtaro anime, we'll probably get another Hamtaro game, because those games are really good.
I did not know that Hamtaro was a game series and not an anime thing that I saw on Cartoon Network a couple times when I was a kid.
It was an anime first, but there are a couple of actually very, very good games on Game Boy Color. I think there's one on Game Boy Advance. There's one on Game Boy Color, but the one on Game Boy Advance was the best. Ham Ham Heartbreak. I remember that game being legit awesome.
Okay, now don't quote me on this.
Okay.
But I think the brown hamster. He was wearing some kind of hat.
Okay.
My foggy memory seems to remember that the person who dubbed that hamster's voice was also the voice of King Dedede in Kirby Right Back At Ya.
Okay, you saying that that's piqued my interest a lot. I need to look this up. Right back. King Dedede Right Back At Ya. I need to check this out. This is important. This is important to listeners. This isn't just me.
This is very important to me, literally right now.
We need to know. We need to know. Let me see here. King Dedede. They have voice acting. Who played him? Because I know that in Smash Bros, King Dedede is played by Sakurai, Masahiro Sakurai. And that's pretty crazy, isn't it? Just all those wah, 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 wah. That's Sakurai.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
It's like whenever you're fighting King Dedede, you can yell out, "Where's Mewtwo?"
That's what I gotta do. What was...
I'm looking into this right now. Don't you worry.
What was Hamtaro called in Japanese?
Okay, confirmed. It is not the same person.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought that.
It's just, Kirby Right Back At You is a very, very important anime to me, so it's...
But the same person who voiced King Dedede...
was also Escargoon.
No, it's so much better than that.
All
he
right.
was Bakura in Yu-Gi-Oh! Giovanni in pretty much every Pokemon season.
Alright, that's really good.
The first 8 episodes of Pokemon, he was James.
Okay.
What else we got here?
That means he probably...
He was in pretty much every Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. Holy fuck.
So he's pretty much just like a 4Kids voice actor.
Yeah.
But a really good one. A really good one.
He was in Cubics.
Yeah, alright.
Robots for everyone. And then the person who did that fucking Ham's voice, he was in Transformers Cybertron. He played Sideways.
Alright.
There we go.
Mike, we should just watch Hamtaro.
Alright. But we have to watch the dub version, because I have no nostalgia for the subbed version.
Of course. I mean, yeah. Alright, we got some questions on Tumblr, from Inbox Champion, the Mass Negro. He asks, well, a lot of these are just words. So, yo man, car DLC for Mario Kart. Yeah, that's some other a little bit of news. On Mario Kart, there's going to be a tie-in with Mercedes.
That is fucking ridiculous!
You're going to be able to drive a Mercedes car in Mario Kart.
It's the same car that Soundwave was in Transformers Dark of the Moon.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so far it's only confirmed for Japan, but there's been some teasing that it's going to come out over here. I don't know, I don't think it's anything really bad. There have been tie-ins with other games, but I just think it's silly, because just seeing Mario driving around in a Mercedes, it's funny. Yeah, no, I'm not, I have no feelings about it. I'm probably going to use it for a couple laughs, but, I just want to play Mario Kart.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting Mario Kart. I mean, I think I just am either way. I think I'm on the Amazon page right now, pre-ordering it.
Okay, this next question.
Check out.
This next question you kind of answered already. Is Watch Dogs being painfully average worse than it sounds?
I don't think it's painfully average. I can see how some people would think that. I don't.
When do you think we are going to get that next gen shit, and what do you think that's going to be? So I'm guessing he's asking, when are we really going to see the next gen consoles or current gen consoles really get pushed to the limit? I'd say in 2 years. We're going to start seeing stuff that actually looks, air quote, next gen by then.
Once they cut off the previous consoles.
Exactly, yeah. It's going to be a while.
Batman Arkham Knight.
Alright. I'm going to say it's going to be further than that, because we really need to completely get away from that, and we're not going to be completely away from that until past Arkham Knight.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm going to say, a year and a half, 2 years. Is Nintendo banking too hard on its nostalgia and conditioning its fans to only care about that and not new hotness? I don't think so. I think that the GameCube, I'm pretty sure he's referencing the GameCube controller stuff. I don't think so, because the GameCube controller stuff is very much them. This is them working with professional Smash Bros. Players. Because there are so many pro Smash players that were saying, I don't know, I want to use a GameCube controller. I don't feel like I should move on to this next game because I can't use my GameCube controller. This is them selling a bunch of Wii U's to a bunch of Smash Bros. Players and filling up tournaments with this. That's what they're doing here. They saw Evo and they saw, oh shit, they have to buy a bunch of PS3s and Xboxes to run this stuff. Holy crap. Yeah, this is them selling that to the pro market. If you're not a professional, if you don't worry about controller latency, there's going to be that wireless GameCube controller-esque thing that you're going to be able to use on the Wii U that isn't just a GameCube controller. And that's not banking on the nostalgia. That's just kind of being like, yeah, we wanted to have something that's kind of a redesign of the Pro controller that's more like the GameCube controller. Because the GameCube controller is perfect for fighting games. Nintendo is probably going to announce another fighting game at E3, Pokken Fighters. If that's true, if Nintendo's going to have a fighting game controller and Nintendo's going to put out a bunch of fighting games, that's going to be really good for them. So, maybe Nintendo's going to have a special deal with the new Soul Calibur or the new Tekken whenever that comes out. Who knows? If Nintendo's going to bank really hard on fighting games, that's going to sell a lot of consoles because a lot of people really like fighting games, and those people that like fighting games, if there's a big tournament, say an EVO or a CEO or something like that, they need to buy a lot of consoles for that.
Yeah. See, my use case for this would be the surprise game at the end of the Smash Brothers tournament, and they bring out a Wii U so you don't know which one.
Yeah.
And that's all I care about.
And then the final question is my zipper down? Well, mine isn't.
Mine's not.
Everyone
Yours
who's
probably
listening,
is.
everyone who's listening, check your pants. If you're not wearing pants,
Buy some pants, you fucking hippie.
please put some on. Thank you.
Go back to San Francisco, where you belong.
Where we belong to, I guess?
I guess, yeah.
And that's all the questions we have.
All right. Well, next episode is our last episode before E3. We just hired somebody, so we might have him on that show.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Help you guys get to know him, and then we'll do E3 predictions. Our final chance for Electronic 3 being wrong time.
Should we do, like, one of those predictions casts beforehand?
We'll do that at the hotel, I guess.
Alright.
And in fact, we might just skip that entirely and just do a predictions cast on Sunday. We'll just have that up.
Alright, sure.
Alright, well then that's been another episode of Video Game Choo Choo in the can.
Get that out of here.
You've been listening to 106.5 The Chooch.
The chooch.
I've been Mike Casamano. Thanks for listening. John Michonski, you were here.
I was here.
You're always here.
I'm the universal constant.
Fucking now there's a dog yelling over. Jesus Christ, I hate that dog. Okay, we're gonna end. We're gonna end this.
Alright, okay.
Thanks for listening.
Namaste.